Now, given that the press tour for With Love Meghan Season 2 is already labeled as a disaster and a colossal failure for Netflix, we already know that the Season 2 trailer is being bombarded by critics, by those out there that are calling out this show for what it really is. And it's really just a actual garbage fest for Netflix right now. We know that they're losing a lot of customers, they're leaving in droves, they're heading over to other platforms like HBO Max, and even Disney Plus of all platforms instead of Netflix. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they are indeed doubling down on Meghan Markle's TV show. She is indeed getting a couple of one-off shows here and there instead of a major expensive contract deal. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, one thing about Meghan Markle right now that we all know about is the upcoming Christmas special, right? The holiday special for Netflix, which we all know it's going to be a bigger failure than both Season 1 and 2 combined of With Love Meghan for various reasons. We're going to go into the exact leaks surrounding this Christmas special and exactly what's going on over at Netflix HQ. Now, one thing about Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos, including the board of directors right now, is that yes, there is a big division going on over at Netflix right now. There's a lot of those over at Netflix HQ that are actually disagreeing with each other, and a lot of this is driven by the fact that half or more than half of the board members are the ones to blame as to why Netflix, alright, is caught in this situation right now where Meghan Markle is indeed getting a couple of one-off projects here and there because Ted Sarandos also gave them the okay to do that. Now, what's interesting here about this is that with the Meghan Markle fiasco still at large over at Netflix in the middle of promoting With Love Meghan Season 2, one significant development that is now active involves more to do with Meghan Markle's Christmas special and new leaks surrounding this special that are already guaranteed to be a bigger ratings disaster than both With Love Meghan Seasons 1 and 2 combined. Now, it turns out that Meghan Markle's holiday special is already worse than her main Netflix show. One segment of the special, get this, already involves Meghan Markle recreating one of the iconic scenes from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, where Meghan Markle is dressed up in a Grinch outfit of some kind, singing along to the popular Christmas song with a fire in the background with friends dressed up as elves. Now, this scene is laid out where many family members are reportedly sitting on a couch in front of Meghan and her friends drinking wine, and while all of this takes place, to make matters worse, for the holiday special, is that there is a middle segment of this feature that involves Meghan Markle creating a gingerbread man, of course, followed by creating gingerbread houses, modeled after the rented house as well, as seen in With Love Meghan Season 1 and 2, and now the holiday special. The gingerbread house also includes a ginger version of Meghan Markle placed in front of the house. One other segment that was indeed written and created by Meghan Markle is probably one of the worst segments of all for the special yet that's currently in the making, that involves her very own Christmas in July setting, where she decided to try surfing while dressed up as Mrs. Claus, with a series of holiday music played over the scene of Meghan trying to surf the waves of an unknown California beach at this time. Now, this Christmas in July scene is also said to involve Meghan Markle creating Christmas sand trees on the beach. Some of these clips, get this, were indeed filmed for With Love Meghan Season 2 that were indeed rejected by Netflix at the time by producers to be used in the holiday special instead, that are now going to be used, of course, for that actual special. To make matters worse is that Mindy Kaling is said to be part of the Christmas in July scene, where she also takes up surfing, and both her and Meghan Markle repeated, of course, to actually fall in the water while trying to surf before they gave up and build Christmas tree sandcastles instead on the beach. Now, guys, let me just say one thing about this. All of this sounds not only very cringeworthy, but it sounds like very lackluster writing and very much, lacking creativity coming from Netflix. I don't know about you guys, but this, of course, sounds like something that anybody could do, anybody could create, when it comes to a special of some kind. Anybody could actually model this and put it on social media. So it's kind of a waste of funds for Netflix to actually invest to create a series like this, or a special, I should say, like this. And we all know that their deadline right now is to get this all wrapped up by this November, to get it out by December of this year, to really kind of put it out right around the Christmas, right around the holiday season overall. Interestingly enough, though, we know one thing about the fact that they have Mindy Kaling in this thing with Meghan Markle. I think it's going to make it even worse. Now, one thing about Meghan Markle right now is that the fact that they gave her a handful of one-off projects here and there, I can only imagine how this is going to turn out once this Christmas special actually does way worse than both season 1 and 2, because there are various reasons why it's not going to do well. Number one, alright, Christmas is a very valuable thing, and when you have someone like Meghan Markle taking over that very thing on Netflix, a lot of people are going to just reject this thing outright. Nobody's going to give it a chance, period, the end. The other thing is this, is that we know that there's a lot of things coming out later this year for Netflix. A lot of people tend to watch other things on Netflix during the holiday season, right? And so I think that very little people are going to actually give this show a chance in the long run. Now, and continuing on, this is all best described to be a small percentage of the scene created in the planning stages as well by Meghan Markle herself for the upcoming holiday special, and just how it's going to actually create more backlash coming from the public. In addition to all of this, one scene that also is in the making involves Meghan Markle sitting on Santa's lap in the actual rented house, asking for one wish to come true, and that wish is for success. This scene was originally filmed for With Love Meghan Season 2 as a teaser for the holiday special at the time, as well, that is now going to be repurposed for the holiday special and will be used also for the trailer of the holiday special. Already Netflix CEO Greg Peters is warning Ted Sarandos that this will without a doubt be a ratings failure across the board. And you know what? Greg Peters is right. I mean, he's got a regular head on his shoulders. He knows exactly what he's talking about. People like Ted Sarandos is the worst CEO of all time over at Netflix. I don't care what anyone says. I think he's a very bad CEO. I think that he deserves to be fired by the board of directors, but we all know that he won't be, because the board of directors are on his side for the most part. They love Ted Sarandos. They love what he's doing. They believe that he's doing a good job with everything in between. And so that's why you're having the board, really agreeing with Ted instead of Greg Peters. And I think that's a very bad situation going on right now over at Netflix. Now, again, about this Christmas special, I think it's going to be a major blow to Netflix. I think it's really going to cause a lot more customers to leave the platform and to decide to go to others out there. As I listed before, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Peacock, Amazon Prime Video. There's so many different options out there that people are going to look to watch streaming, whether it's movies or television shows, specials, whatever it may be. People are going to look for different outlets to do that. And again, I mean, the fact that Meghan Markle is stooping this low to creating such cringeworthy scenes for a holiday special, it really just goes to show you exactly how creatively bankrupt not just Netflix is, but also how creatively bankrupt Meghan Markle truly is. So overall, I would like to hear what everyone has to say about this whole holiday special situation going on right now over at Netflix, between herself, Ted Sarandos, and Greg Peters. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.